This is a Ghost Dog mixtape original.
Welcome to Ghost Dog's Big Talk, and I'm your host, Ghost Dog.
Yo, it's your boy Ghost Dog. It's been a little bit, I understand, but you know, OTAs is going on. We about halfway through with them. We in week 2 officially. So I decided to tap in real quick with y'all and, you know, go over a few things with y'all. Some of the key things that I've noticed either in highlight tape or commentary interviews or what have you, man. Like, you know, it's not a hype train. I like to call it the hope train, because it's something about this off season. It's just something about this season in general. It's just different, man. It's positive vibes, man. No negativity over here at all. I'm willing to say at this point, we got to let the goals slide where they at. That's it. Onward and forward to a new year. And if you're not with it, I don't know what to tell you, man, because the hope train is going to keep trucking along. You feel me? But with that being said, man, you know, 1 week into the OTAs already, a couple things I've noticed, man. Let's just get it right out the way. Shouts out to Big Dash, man, with the Where's Hyatt. I'll tell you who found them. Not once, but twice, rather, 2 people. And that was Russell Wilson with a beautiful moon ball, you know, way down the field, and a nice reception off a Jackson Dart throw, no less. And we about to get into that. But Jackson Dart, a.k.a. New Jack City, as I like to call him, found Jalen Hyatt in the end zone. Now, I understand it's OTAs, it's practice, what have you, but you like to see the reps. You understand? I'm not out on that kid yet. I think he can be something special in the sense that he can add depth and versatility to this wide receiver room. So I'm not out on Hyatt yet. I understand this is year 3. He hasn't really done anything in terms of a performance perspective, numbers wise, what have you. But I just think there's a lot of factors at play when it comes to that, Brian Daboll included, and we're going to get into that as well. But it's just good to see that young man out there smiling, you know, and doing things and being productive, man, because, you know, I want to see him succeed as well as every other receiver in this receiver room. But that being the case, going back to Jackson Dart, man, already, man, I said it in the previous video, this kid is going to come into training camp with just this confidence to compete. First, to learn. This kid is smart, I think. I think he's picking up on Daboll's system, and I think that's why Daboll has like this relationship, a budding relationship with this kid. He just gets it. You know, you could see it in the team reps. You could see it. You wouldn't be getting first team reps if there wasn't something to it. You know what I'm saying? Now, does that say that I want him to start right away? Absolutely not. I still of the mind where I want to see him sit and learn. I don't want to rush this kid's development at all. We've just seen too many times from the beast that is the NFL of how they just, you know, chew up and spit out these young quarterbacks, and it's not cool. But, you know, you love to see it nonetheless, though. Having the confidence to go out there with the first teams. Same thing with Jalen Hyatt. He's getting significant first team reps. You just love to see it. Personally, me as a Giants fan, I love to see it. I would hope that every other Giants fan feels the same. Going back to Daboll, this guy, man, so far so good. He hasn't rocked the boat in a sense. You know, there's also rumor has it that Kafka might be calling plays during the OTAs. So I think that's what Daboll needs to do, man. I just think he needs to take a step back. Let his team be a team. Let his coaches coach. Have the confidence in the staff that you put around you to handle those things so that you can be that CEO. You can be that head coach that just goes around making sure, like, you know, tightening up all the bolts and nuts and all that. Just making sure everything's running smooth. You know what I'm saying? I think that If Dabo hopes to find success this season, I think that's what he needs to do, quite honestly. And I just hope he does. I hope he can just chill out with the ego, just take a step back, swallow the pride, just be a head coach. A true hallmark of a good leader is knowing their limitations. And hopefully Dabo can find that and understand that and execute that in the best way possible for the success of the team. But do I expect Russell Wilson to go out there as well as lose his position to Jackson Dart? No. I expect him to start right away. I expect Dabo to do what's right in that sense. Obviously he's put all his eggs in the Jackson Dart basket. So I'm hoping and praying for nothing but success from Brian Dabo this year, despite my indifferences for him and Joe Shane. Even though Joe Shane, I'm loosening up quite a bit. I mean, knocked it out of the park with this draft. So, in my opinion, at least on paper, again, the hope train, man, is definitely not hype. It is hope, because I'm hoping that this team can be competitive at the very least from an offensive perspective. So, yeah, no, man, everything is looking up right now in OTAs as far as offense. So it's, you love to see it. Another thing is the identity of this team. Pat Leonard had put something out there. If you actually took the time to read it, he pretty much said that from an objective level, yeah, there is no identity, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it allows us to discover it and mold it. You understand what I'm saying? Just go check out the article. It's a good read. But also, reading comprehension and reading is fundamental. That's another thing I want to throw out there. But with that being said, I think the identity is just going to come from the strength of this team. And there's not a doubt in my mind that the strength of this team is defense. Because it was a strength last year. And we just built upon that with the additions of Golston, the drafting of Darius Alexander, so we could put him next to Dex. The drafting of Robert Carter, we cannot forget. We re-signed Kayvon Thibodeau with the 5th-year extension. We structured Brian Burns to stay with us for longer. I expect this defense to put in the work from a defensive front perspective. Hands down, bar none. I also expect Bobby O to recover from that, second-year slump he had with us, different scheme. Now he's second year in it. He is the green dot. He is the quarterback on the defense for us. Little linebacker, it just goes without saying. Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, and Bobby O. Those are the 3 horsemen right now, certified, who are going to be the leaders and therefore the identity of this defense, and dare I say, possibly the team. But there's a 4th horseman out there that a lot of people are not really mentioning, and that's Javon Holland. Excuse me. I heard his interview on the podium. Humble kid, man. He came in. I don't expect my teammates to. They asked him from a leadership question or perspective, because he was the leader. He had a leadership role when he was with the Dolphins. And he basically pretty much said, man, look, I'm coming here to work and to earn that respect, to be able to call, to be able to look up or look towards as a leader for this team. I'm not coming in here already expecting to be a leader. But because he's already had that position, and because he's had that experience, and because he's coming in here humble and putting in the work, I expect him to be a leader at one point. And he, to me, will be that 4th horseman on the defensive perspective. Because I expect this defense to be apocalyptic. And he will be that 4th horseman. And I also expect him to be the leadership as far as the back end, the defense, the DB's perspective. That's where I expect his leadership role to be at. So we're going to have a leadership, or rather a leader piece, or captain rather. I expect them, all 4 of them, to be captains on the defense, whether they have the C's on their shoulders or not. Javon Holland will be, Devon Holland? Oh man, I keep messing up the name. Yeah, but Holland, I expect him to be the DB leader. Bobby O goes without saying, linebackers, and on that defensive front, it's going to be Abdul Carter and Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence. Those are going to be the four main players, the four main keys as far as our identity and success is going to come from. Those are going to be like the pillars that hold everybody accountable and everybody up so that this defense, at least in my mind, this is the only path that it would work. Not the only, should I say, but for me, the most logical. Those are the four guys, the four horsemen, that's what I'm calling them, of the apocalyptic defense that will be known as the New York Football Giants defense. That's how much confidence I have in this defense. I do have some confidence going on the offensive side because I do see that, some positive things going on over there. But as far as our identity, by default, it's going to have to come from the defense. But, yeah, man, also, side note, Evan Neal at guard, thank God it happened, man. And you're also hearing that, left guard, even better. Should have happened seasons ago at this point. But whatever, we're here now. It is what it is. I'm hoping and praying for that young man to succeed because I hate to see, these young men come in here with even a modicum of talent and just get misused rather, and abused. And, I'm not taking away nothing what he said. He said some wild, ignorant nonsense. And, he caught the flack for it, and rightfully so. But I'm still wishing for that young man's success because at the end of the day, he is a New York Football Giant. So if he's playing good, that just means this offensive as a whole is going to play good because he is a part of the offensive line. And if you know football, it starts up front in the trenches. Point blank, period. But yeah, man, you love to see it. Like I said, the hope train continues. Still got a couple days left for the second week of OTAs. I think they take a break and then they come right back, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to double check that, because I don't really, I'm a fan, but I'm not such a super fan that I'm over here knowing the schedules by heart. I would have to look into it, but OTA is about to run out, full attendance. You love to hear it. Players are buying into the system. Man, I love the summer, but I'm at the point now where I kind of can't wait for it to pass, man, because football season is shaping up to be a good one, man. It's going to be one to remember. This will be a hallmark season for sure. The beginning of a new chapter, should I say, to the history of this franchise. And a better one. Because that 100th year chapter last year, man, I can't wait to be at a point where I'm like, oh man, remember then? Remember when? We're not there yet though, but we are one step towards going in that direction. I feel like, at the very least, a couple now at this point. But that being said, man, you know what it is. Subscribe to the channel, Ghost Dogs Big Talk. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Also subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network. I will be posting this video there. Please like, share, and subscribe, man. We put in the work. It was a little bit of a hiatus right now, slow season, but, people got lives, people got work they got to do outside of this, content creation stuff. So it's understandable. Just bear with us. But I promise you, once things starts kicking up towards the closer we get to the season, the more things are going to start getting just ramped up. And just, man, stay tuned and tapped in, man. Aboriginal Sports Network, Big Pet Sports Talk, Unpopular Opinion Sports, Coach Ed Gladney's World of Sports, Man Cave, Mets, you know what it is, man. TP Way, Leaf Diggy, come holler at us, man. Like and subscribe, like I said, man. Please just help us, help y'all, help everybody to get everything to where we need to go. Because without y'all, there is no us. Make sense? I would hope so, at least, because in my mind it did. But with that being said, man, this is Ghost signing out. Peace.
Let me tell y'all something. Why don't you go ahead and hit that button? If y'all feel the vibe, just click subscribe. And if you appreciate the way I spit on the mic, then please smash that like.